Hello friends, today you are going to make your first Python program. Here I am using PyCharm editor for making Python programs. This is one of the best editor, so that's why we are using this PyCharm editor. So basically here I have made a project named tutorial, and now I am going to make a new program in Python. So for that, just go there and just right click, and then you will get an option new, and then here you have to select this Python file, because basically we are making Python program. Here you can name any you can give any name to your program, like just I am giving it a name like task1. Okay, then press enter, and in this way now you can type your programs here. Here in Python you need not to use any void main or public static void main as we used to have in C or Java. So here basically you will just write the statements or expressions that you want to use in your program that you want to execute. Okay, fine. So basically in today's tutorial I am going to tell you how to display output in Python program. For that we are going to use the print method. Now we'll see basically how this print method works. So first of all, I'm going to print a simple message through this print method. So first of all, like, we are going to display a message hello world here. So whatever message you want to display, you have to put it or enclose it inside double quotes or single quotes. Okay, because basically print method here it is printing the string. And what is a string? String is a sequence of characters or a set of characters which is enclosed in double quotes or in single quotes. So basically in Python you can enclose it in double quotes, or you can also enclose it in single quotes. So with single quotes also I am putting another string so that you can see both the examples. Hello everyone. Okay, now for running this program, for executing it, we will go to this option run and then select run task1, and here you can see the output hello world and hello everyone. Both the outputs are printed. One thing I just want to tell you is that hello world is printed in the first line and hello everyone is printed in the next line. So it automatically changes line. Okay, we need not to use any functions like println that we sometimes we have to use it in Java. So next is this flexibility of enclosing the string in double quotes as well as in single quotes. So it's this flexibility gives us some options. That is, suppose you want to include double quotes in your string. So what you can do, here I am enclosing, here I am using single quotes, and then I will write just welcome to, and like this. And now I'm going to execute it again like this. So in this message you can see that we have also included double quotes. In the same way you can also include single quotes in your message. For that, what you have to do, just, and here I am putting a single quote or apostrophe. Okay, again I am going to run it. Yes, so in this way we can do this. Now in the next we will see how to take input from the user. So for that we will use input method. For that I'm taking input, I'm taking a string as input. So here I'm going to declare a variable name which is a string. So for that I'm initializing it. This is the initialization. Initialization is nothing but actually assigning the first value to any variable is basically the initialization. So after that what we have to do is use this input method like this. Okay, so suppose we also want to display, so simply put like this. Now I'm going to explain this. So whatever value user inputs, then the value will be assigned to this variable name. Okay, then we are going to display this name with the help of this print function. Here you can see that we are not enclosing this name in double quotes because this is not a string constant, but it is a string variable. So we need not to enclose it in double quotes. So how it is going to run? Now you can't see any output because it is first we have to give some input. So suppose I write a name Arush here. So we have given a name and then press enter. Then you can see the output Arush. With the help when this statement executes print name, then we can see the output as Arush. So also we can do something like this. We can make it somewhat interesting like this. Print I know your name is. Okay. Arush, and then I know your name is Arush, like this. Okay. So in this print statement, I have included both the string variable as well as a string constant. So this name is a string variable, while this I know your name is, which is enclosed in double quotes, it is actually a string constant. So to separate them, we use this comma. Okay. And what is this? This basically, by putting hash symbol here, I'm making this line as a comment. What is comment? Comment is that part of the program which is not going to be executed. So that we want to exclude from the execution, we can put the hash symbol in front of it. Okay. So this is all about the input method. Now next I'll tell you some interesting aspects, so with which you can experiment with the print function. So again, for that, suppose now we'll see what happens. So I have put here and equal to comma. So I'm going to run this. Yes, you can see now that it is not changing the new line, but we have replaced the new line with comma. So here this print statement, whatever it is going to display, it will end it with comma, not with the new line. Okay. So again, suppose I put the next statement. And again end with, I want to end it suppose with question mark, like this. Yes, you can see that it is not ending it with new line, but the first hello, it is ending it with comma, and the second statement, it is the print method is ending it with question mark. Okay, so in this way you can experiment with the print method. And also suppose you want to print messages like this, print. Now what I'm going to do, suppose first of all I think I should put the previous statements in comment. And now /n, again /n, and Python. Okay, so now it is going to print all these things in different lines. See, Java, then PHP, then Python, because of this special character /n. So Java is printed, then /n means next line, and then again PHP is printed, and then again the next line, and then again this Python is printed like this. Okay, so suppose now again I'm just going to change it a little bit. In place of /n, now I'm going to put /t. It basically provides a tab space between all these values. See, so it is putting tab space, a little bit of space between all these letters, all these words. Okay, so in this way you can do various experiments with the print method, and you can display your output in Python. So that's all for today, and we will see various things like variables, operators in our next video. Till then, goodbye.